Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Absolutely Not Podcast Halloween edition. That's right, baby. It's not your host, Heather McMahan. It's your host, Robin McMahan. I am here in the studio living my best life. Let me tell you. Heather always crushes Halloween, okay? She really does. She crushes Halloween every year. She went as Pablo Escobar one year. She started Pitbull, the Ina Garden. She's just good at what she does. Well, this year she's had a battle with eczema. Can everybody take a moment and just think of my daughter and her battle for eczema? With eczema, against eczema, within eczema. It hasn't been good. So she had this elaborate male she was going to dress up as. She got the prosthetic, she got the bald cap, all of it. And she did a little experiment last night, And turns out she's allergic to everything right now. So she was in tears this morning. She said, Mom, how am I going to do this freaking podcast episode? You know what I mean? I got to give the fans what they want. And I said, honey, you're too inflamed. You're red, you're itchy, you got dry patches, your face looks like a friggin' Italian bakery. Walk away. So I decided to come in and do the podcast for her. All right, hold on. Need a sip of my smoothie. You know, Robin McMahan only drinks two things. I sometimes like a little smoothie that's just full of sugar, no protein. A Pellegrino, small size though. God forbid I stay too hydrated. I got my two drinks with me, and I got a cute little pumpkin here on the table. Happy Halloween. Thought about dressing up as J.D. Vance, really putting the scare on you, but I didn't. Hold on. I got to get a tissue out of my horrible cheap bag that I got in Italy. Hold on. Got to blow the nose. Oh, God. Hold on. Nose is running. Sorry about that. Hold on. Okay, now what you do is you take the exact same tissue you were using that's wet from your mucus and you shove it right back in your fake bag. I want to tell you about this bag. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, you're getting a nice visual. This is one of my favorite purses, okay? This is a purse that I got in Italy. Now, Heather took me to the Gucci outlet. She took me to the Ferragamo store. She took me to Papini, which is my favorite leather store in all of Florence. And I said, Heather, I got to be honest with you. I got a nice wallet from Papini. I got some other nice things. But I got this in the leather mott. Now, it's technically not real leather. And all the dingle-dongles, this thing, what's it called? The clasp, the clip, the zipper. The zipper has a little, hold on, I'm going to do it on the microphone so you get a little ASMR. Can you hear that? That's a little, I don't know what it looks like, a little duster on the end of the zipper. It's all turned orange, okay? So it's very obvious that the hardware on this bag is cheap as anything, but I love this bag. Heather's bought me a YSL. She got me a Prada. She got me a Gucci, and I don't use any of those bags. I use this bags because basically what's happened, because I have a runny nose, and I've had it for 76 years, and I've done nothing about it. I just take my little booger things, and I shove them in this bag. So I brought my bag. Heather always teases me about the bag, but I brought the bag to the studio today because a lot of people DM me and want to see my favorite purse that I always have. And it doesn't matter if I'm going to a wedding, a funeral, to meet the Queen, rest in peace, or the King of England. I always have this bag. Do I have nicer bags in my arsenal of bags? I do. Do I use them? No. All right? I got to have my wet tissues in my fake leather bag from the market in Florence. Okay, here we go. Anyways, yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, it is I, Robin McMahan. I'm dressed like a kitty cat. Hold on, let me take my sunglasses off. Oh, my God. I got a haircut. You know, I've been growing my hair out since Heather's wedding, but I got it nice and tight. I look good. I'm a little tiger. I got tiger ears on. I'm feeling frisky. The election's coming up. You know, we're all losing our fucking minds. So I thought I'd come on here. We'll do some voicemails. We'll do the damn thing. Want to see what you guys are up to. You know, it's fun. Heather never lets me come on here. At first, she told me I was just going to do an Instagram Live. But then she tricked me and said I had to do the podcast. And I said, my God, how am I supposed to talk for an hour? What the fuck do you talk about all the time? I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, who listens to this shit? Who's listening to you talk for an hour, Heather? No one. I'm not. You don't shut the hell up at the dinner table, I swear to God. I'm like, what are you yapping about? Okay, we got a lot of voicemails to get into. Hold on, what's the number for the frickin' podcast number? Hold on, I got to look it up. What is the number? The number is 800 213 7503. You can call in the Absolutely Not line or don't call in. I don't know what you're doing with your spare time. What you should be doing is registering to vote and I don't know, going for a walk for your mental health because some of y'all are cuckoo. Y'all are all cuckoo. Hold on, I need a tissue break. Heather takes a lot of water breaks on this podcast, but I got a runny nose. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on. A little tissue ASMR for you. You know, one of the reasons I have this dry hacking cough is I'm allergic to the cat. Now, the cat technically died, rest in peace, Delta. She died about a year ago. And she used to sleep on my head. The cat, I'm sorry, I'm crying. The cat used to sleep on my head. And I miss her. She used to sleep on my head, that little kitty cat. And, you know, I used to wake up almost asphyxiated. I used to have bad asthma. But also, my blood pressure medicine, we have not been able to figure out the right dosage. You know, it's an easy fix. But because I'm 76 and I'm fucking crazy from Boston, I refuse to go to a new doctor. Now, did the doctor that I currently go to technically may misdiagnose my late husband and killed him? Yes. Am I still going to this said doctor? I sure am, because I don't know how to find another primary care physician. You know, if it ain't broke, we're sticking with it. So I've been on blood pressure medication and have not been able to get the right dosage. So I've had this, one of the side effects is you get a dry cough. I've had this dry cough since, I would say, probably 93. You know, yeah, that's about 3 years before the Atlanta Olympics. So I've had a dry cough for quite some time. Heather says it's a very quick fix. You just got to change medications. Also, our dear friend Carrie Montgomery also said, Heather, I'm a hot person. I could call in a new blood pressure medication for your mother tomorrow, but then that would make life easy. And then Heather wouldn't be able to find me in a Target. If we were in Target and she couldn't hear my cough couple aisles over, she might get upset. And it might be triggering because, you know, she says she has trauma for when we were growing up. And I would give her a coupon and say, okay, go get some bleach. Go get the Clorox bleach on aisle 3. I'll be right here when you get back. Buy the Diet Cokes. And then she would come back and I'd be gone. And then she'd start hysterically crying, go to the front of the store. They page me over the loudspeaker. Is there a Robin McMahan? Is there a Robin McMahan in this Target? You have a very chubby kid who's riddled with eczema and has fudgy fingers and she's hysterically crying at the front office. Please come get Moodang. Okay? I tell you what, when I saw that little hippopotamus, frickin' hippopotamus, a rhino, what is it? It's a hippo. I saw the rhino hippo, endangered species in that Thai frickin' zoo. I said, that's what Heather looked like when she was coming out. I swear to God. Sorry about that. Sorry. Hold on. But anyways, Heather with the trauma. Everything is triggering these days. I mean, I got a cute, look at this. If you're watching this online, I got a very cute little pumpkin for Heather's office. I said, it'll look nice, compliment my new haircut. And, she had something to say about it. I swear to God, she's bitching at me all the fucking time. I'm cursing too much. I know I shouldn't. God forgive me. God forgive me. Hold on. What are we doing? Okay, what's going on? Hope you're having a nice trick-or-treating. Hope you're keeping your kids safe. Remember, do not let your go through your kids' candy. There's cuckoos out there. There's sickos. All right, you never know. There could be a razor blade and a loose pear. There could be some sort of needle that's got, God forbid, AIDS on the end of it in a bag of Reese's Pieces. You got to be careful. You never know. People are out of their mind. They're sickos, cuckoos. They're going bonkers. They're just bonkers all the time. They're bonkers. Okay, what else is going on? Let's check the news. Let's see what the weather is. What's the weather? Atlanta weather. We're just going to do it quick. Oh, it's 73. Beautiful. That's great. Tell you what, it's fantastic. But it's been getting cold at night. My God. Did you go outside on the porch last night? Cold. And I'm in a group chat with some of the women in my neighborhood. Wild coyote. We saw a deer last week. Wild coyote today next to my dead husband's bench. Yeah. And well fed. So if that says anything about what my husband's doing, while, as he's crossed over, he's sitting his fat ass on the bench in the neighborhood feeding the coyotes because he was always an animal guy. So miss you, Kyle. Love you. Hope you're doing well. All right, let me give you the quick Atlanta weather forecast for the next 10 days. Oh, what do you know? Gorgeous, stunning. I mean, listen, we're in frickin' November. Can you believe we're in frickin' cuckoo November? And it's going to be 67, 78 on Thursday. November 7th, 78. Tuesday, November 5th, it's going to be 80 degrees. Only 13% chance of rain, so you have no excuse. Get out there, rock the vote, do your thing. World's going to hell in a handbasket, so good luck to you all, okay? I'm not going to get political on this podcast. I'm just letting you know. Hold on, I need to sip on my smoothie. Anywho, this is kind of fun. This is fun. This is way more fun than letting Heather do her job. She's a pain in the ass, this one. You know, this bitch yells at me all the time. She says, Mom, I beg you, do not put my clothes in the dryer. I said, Heather, I don't know. I don't have time to go through all your shit. You should be grateful that your mother's even nice enough to do your laundry. She says, Mom, I told you not to touch my laundry. If you put anything in the dryer, I can't afford to lose thread count. I said, it's not my fault you're fat. It's your father's. You got his genetics. Do not yell at me. I'm trying to be helpful. And you're yelling at me that your cashmere sweater shrunk. Well, what do you want me to tell you? All right? Lose 10 pounds, sweetheart. I don't know what to tell you. My God. I mean, she's beautiful, but she's a pain in the ass with the frickin' nothing fits. My jeans are tight. Well, eat a salad. I don't know what to tell you. Hold on. San Pellegrino break. All right. Well, I feel like for this episode, because I could really, I could tell you the news. I could read you the weather. We could go on the Nextdoor app and, harass some people. But I feel like we should get right into the voicemails. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, see, it's a very easy fix for this blood pressure medication. And it'll get rid of the cough. But I don't like change. I don't know if you like change, but I don't like change. When you get to my age, I am trying to actively maybe move to Dubai to find a nice prince over there to marry because I do like Middle Eastern men. But I'm just letting you know, other than that, I do not like change. Would I move to the Burj Khalifa in Dubai? I would. Would I have sex with the Sultan? I would. But other than that, I don't like change, okay? I don't like the winter and I don't like change. But I would move to the Middle East and for $100,000 cash, let somebody take a dump on my chest. So that's where I'm at emotionally. I don't know where you're at emotionally. I get why Heather just really lets it rip on this podcast because you give me a microphone and a platform and some hot lights and a smoothie and a cute decorative pumpkin. And I got my favorite leather bag from the leather markets, the fake leather markets of Florence, Italy. And I got some Fendi sunglasses that I stole from Heather. And I really feel like letting it rip. So speaking of letting it rip, I have been farting this whole time. Because when you get to my age, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Hold it in, you'll explode. That's how people die. That's how you end up with the pulmonary embolism. Okay? Well, you end up with an embolism because you're holding your farts, the gas gets trapped, it goes all the way up through your central nervous system and explodes your lungs. And then you die. So, Heather's up my ass, literally. She's like, Ma, we're at the Atlanta Athletic Club. Why are you farting in the buffet? And I said, I'm 76. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? I got to let it go. Oh, my God. Did I tell you my daughter's a pain in the ass? She is a pain in the ass. Oh, that one's getting a little wet. Oh, my God. Back to the cat. So my excuse for the wet nose, the dry nose, all the nose, and the post-nasal drip used to be because a cat, Delta would sleep. Delta. I call her Delta because I love a hot ah. But Delta used to sleep on my head, and now she's, no longer with us. And I don't know if I ever told you guys a story of what happened. She had a heart attack Speaking of pulmonary embolisms, she had a heart attack, they think. They think she had a heart murmur, a murmur. And she got spooked. Something happened. She was playing rough with the dogs. I don't know. All I know is she had a heart murmur and she just wasn't well one day. And here's the thing, Heather's very sensitive. She's the most sensitive person I think I've ever met. Real empath, that one. She talks to spirits and ghosts and God. It's bizarre. But anyways, not demonic though. She's not a medium or a psychic, poo-poo caca. I don't like that. That's all demonic. So we don't do tarot cards. She's not a medium, but she's one with like animals and they talk to her. I don't know. She's a fucking weird kid. I had her at 40. What do you expect? Hold on. I need a tissue. My smoothie's leaking. So anyways. So the day Delta died, okay, this is outrageous. The day Delta died, she didn't wake up. She's curled up in her little bed, and I'm like, something's not right. Heather had to come do the podcast that morning. She was not in a good mood already. She's not a breakfast girl. Heather doesn't like breakfast. So when she gets up, she's already a raging bitch because she's starving. And she always wants like a toasted croissant with chicken salad. But she asked me repeatedly over and over again, Mom, can you just make some good classic chicken salad, keep in the house? I'll eat it for breakfast. I know that's weird, but she's a weird kid. I didn't have any. Because I don't like to make chicken salad. So therefore, my kid's starving, all right? She's almost 40, can't figure out how to feed herself. So she's had like half a protein shake. She's in a bitchy mood. And I'm like, oh, God, she's going to work today. So, she's going to be a pain in the ass. So anyways, I start walking down. I call the vet and I say, hey, I think we got a problem. Okay, something's not right with Delta. She's breathing shallow. It ain't right. So I wrap her up in her bed. I start walking down the stairs. Heather's at the bottom of the stairs in the kitchen. I start walking down the stairs, and Heather goes, hey, hold on. The dogs are loose. Let me put them up if you're trying to get Delta in the car because, 2 French bulldogs, I don't want them to jump up. Everybody gets crazy. The cat will get spooked, da-da-da-da, whatever. And I just look at her, and I go, don't worry about it. And she looked at me. I swear, because, she's an empath. She said, and I quote verbatim, she's dead, isn't she? And I said, I don't know. What do you say when the cat's dead? The cat's dead lying in your arms. I mean, she was like 20 years old. She lived a good life. And I didn't know what happened. She just was shallow breathing, and then it was nothing. So I said, I don't know. And then Heather just goes, God damn it, the cat's dead. And then she's hysterically crying. The dogs are barking. Jeff is in his underwear making a full lumberjack breakfast because that's, he's just like Kyle. He's got to eat that every day. So then he comes over and he's like, what are you screaming about? And Heather's screaming, the cat's dead. I know it. And then I couldn't lie to her. So I said, probably, Heather, the cat's probably dead. I don't know I'm going to the vet. I'm going Ivy Hill. The cat's probably dead. So Heather's screaming. Then she says, Jeff, will you look? Because she couldn't look because she loved Delta with all of her heart. So now Jeff's looking at the cat. He's, the frickin' bacon's on fire. Everyone's screaming. Heather's in her underwear crying. Her blood sugar's low. She's being a bitch. Everyone's screaming and crying. The dogs are like, fucking cheering because they're like, oh, the bitch is dead. But, they love Delta, but still, a cat and dogs. That's what they do. So then I got to carry the dead cat in the car, in my Mercedes. I'm hysterical because, I also bonded with the cat. So now that's how that went down. So anyways, I know y'all didn't ask for it, but I just want to take you play by play of how the cat died because it is Halloween and, cats can be spooky and also very loving. So I just, I wanted to clear the air because I don't know how Heather told you that the cat died, but that's how the cat died. And we said, could we do an autopsy? And they were like, it's $2,300. And I said, I'm not doing that. A cat, she did a thing. She went out, gracefully, but I'm not paying $2,300. Heather had me go to the vet to pick up some sort of like heartworm medication that the dogs have to take called Sentinel or something. Anyways, $150. I mean, you got 45 pills, but $150. I said, give me a credit card. I'm not doing this. I mean, it's unbelievable the shit that she thinks I'm going to pay for. She's Miss Moneybags, so she can deal with it. Anyways, hold on, smoothie break. But anyways, hope all your pets are good. Hope the weather's nice. Hope life's good. Oh, by the way, I was driving Heather's car, her Audi Q5 hybrid. It's white. She doesn't know this, but I was driving a car for a week while she was in New York doing press, and I sideswiped the garage, and there is tan paint all over the front bumper, and she doesn't know that I know that she's going to find out. But either way, I did it, and she noticed it yesterday, I'm pretty sure, and she hasn't said anything yet, but I'm still going to make her pay for it. But she did it. I mean, I did it. But what I do is I'm going to gaslight her into thinking she did it. And then what she's going to do is she's going to point to her husband and go, honey, roll the tapes because we've got cameras right by the garage. But I have a feeling, I'll get Jeff on my side. I'll make him meatballs, a chicken palm or something, and he won't turn me in like that. But I'll tell you right now, that car is sideswiped. I sideswiped it. I didn't even buff. I probably didn't even know that I did it, but I think she saw it yesterday, and I'm going to be in, she gets cuckoo. She gets real cuckoo. Okay. All right. What are we doing? I don't know why I went into a 20-minute explanation why the cat died, but I just wanted you all to know that the cat died. I'm doing this whole thing like Robin. If you think that I'm breaking character, you're out of your mind. Okay, hold on. So as you know, you can call into the hotline, 800-213-7503. Look at me. I'm a professional. Rolling off my tongue. But this hotline is a safe space. What kind of, Heather always says that. It's a safe space for people to call and bitch. Well, your generation's gotten soft. A safe space, my ass. If my name would have been, instead of Robin, my name would have been Redford, I would have been drafted. So I don't want to hear it. All right, y'all bitch and complain all day about the dumbest shit. Get your lives together. Here I am having to carry a lifeless cat who lived 20 good years to the vet without my 37-year-old daughter being in hysterics saying, she knew, I knew. Unbelievable. The drama. Okay, so let's get into this voicemail. I've never heard these voicemails before. They're new. Hold on. Ow. God, hold on. I got to do a little adjustment in the back. All right, let's get into the voicemails. Here we go. As always, you can call in 800-213-7503. Here we go.
Heather, in the spirit of Halloween, I got to share this one with you. My dog sitter, I'm a Frenchie mom, and my dog sitter has now, for the third year in a row, posted on Facebook her professional photo shoot with her dead dog, and her alive dog as a themed dress-up. The dead dog, its ashes are in an urn. This year, she is a beet. The alive dog is a carrot, and the dead dog is organic Good Boy soil. Last year, she was a chef. The alive dog was a can of SpaghettiOs, and the dead dog was the meatball. The urn was a meatball. This is not a drill. Absolutely not. Let the dead rest. I'm a Frenchie mom. She's a great dog sitter, but there's a line. Love you, girl. See you on the cruise.
I love you too. Okay. Well, here's the problem with this situation. That woman's a voter. All right. So when the election goes to hell in a handbasket, it's because this woman was able to go and cast a ballot. Listen, my husband was cremated, and they kept asking me, Robin, do you want the ashes? And I said, no, put them in the ground. What am I going to do with the ashes? God forbid the cat, who's rambunctious as hell, or one of our Frenchies knocks it over. Now what, my Persian rug's destroyed? No. You know what you can't get out? Your fat husband out of a Persian rug. You can't do it. It's too much. Listen, that's sweet, but also, that's odd. Heather said that she's going to taxidermy me when I die. Very, in the same style of, I don't know if you guys remember this musical called Evita, but Eva Perón. It's about the king of Argentina, and his wife dies, and they basically mummify her, and she's at dinner every day, and Madonna plays Evita. Okay, do you remember this song? Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I always loved you. Something along those lines. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Oh, God, one of my favorites. Anyways, but in that, Evita used to have, right? No, Eva Perón is... Right, Eva Perón. But they called her Evita. Evita, right. So she's Evita, and she has to have dinner, though, with the ex-wife who's mummified. I think it's not in the musical. It's not in the musical, but Tina's with me. Tina's Miss Musical, okay? Miss Broadway. But isn't that a thing? That's a fact. Let's hold on. Fact check. Oh, it's going to take me 25 minutes to do it. Evita had dinner with the dead wife. I could have sworn I heard this. Oh, yeah, Ava Perón's traveling corpse. Ava Perón died in 1952. And as depicted, her body underwent an embalming process to prepare it for the 2 million people who came to view her. But hold on, I heard that she was... Okay, all I know is I heard that somebody had to have dinner with her dead body, okay? And Heather says that she's going to do that to me. Now, I'm not going anywhere. All right, everybody's worried about this World War III. I'm not worried. If the nuke goes off, guess who's emerging with the cockroaches from the underbelly of the earth? Your girl, Robin Ann McMahon. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. That they don't call me Ram for nothing. Write that down, Tino. They don't call me Ram for nothing is the title of the podcast today. That's a good one. They don't call me Ram, Big Ram for nothing. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Heather, we had to do my living will and testament, and I had to figure it out. I was like, cremate me. What do you want me to do? Cremate me, please. Cremate me. But Heather says she wants to stuff me, and she wants to, stuff, like post up my thin, very thin, in shape body on the edge of the island that we have in our house. And, every morning she comes down, I'm sitting there, I'm drinking my black coffee, I'm watching the YouTubes. I follow this French woman who tells you like what's in, what's out when it comes to fashion. Or I watch things about how we're living in the last days of Revelation. Or I watch things, I love these Scottish fold kitty cats on the internet, and they do tricks and run around, and they're adorable. So I watch one of those 3 things. Anyways. So Heather says that when I die, she's going to cremate my body, embalm me, maybe cryo-freeze me. I don't know. Call Elon Musk, that weirdo. Like, call him. He knows something. Stuff me in a Cybertruck. I don't give a fuck what you do. And then she's going to have me sitting at the end of the island. And then every time she walks down and hits the last step of the landing into our kitchen, a little wire is going to trip. And it's going to, be a recording of my voice going, "Good morning. I love you. Do you want to see what's on the YouTubes?" And that's it, because that's the same conversation we have every morning. So she says that's going to be cute for her. I said, well, good luck to you, because I'm not going anywhere. But anyways, back to this woman. All right, so you're telling me she dresses up the dead dog in the urn with the frickin' things. First of all, it's bizarre. She's cuckoo. That's bizarre. Heather had a landlord. I'm not even kidding you. This is not even a bit. This is real. Heather had a landlord in Los Angeles. And this is going to show you how fucking crazy people in LA are. Out of touch. Out of touch. They're all nuts. Everybody in Hollywood's nuts. She had a landlord that had a cat die. Okay? Common theme of this podcast today is dead cats. She had a cat die. She got a tattoo in gray ink, on her arm, the cat's name. Say it was Muffins. Turns out, she had the ashes of the cat put in to the tattoo. I swear to God, this woman's name was Melissa. She showed everybody in the apartment complex. I'm moving Heather in to an apartment complex that was too close to the Hollywood Scientology Center for my liking. I didn't like that. I didn't feel good. I did not feel good about that. But regardless, so I'm meeting the landlord, Melissa, and she's like, yeah. I said, oh, your tattoo's pretty. Who's that? She goes, Muffins. And it's gray because we took her ashes and they were able to put it in with the ink. And I said, if you wake up with feline AIDS, I told you, don't say I didn't warn you. I mean, who's that cuckoo that they do that? I'll tell you who. Heather's old landlord. And I told her, I said, I give you a year in this building. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
So Juan Perón
What?
kept Ava Perón's body with his third wife in the dining room, and they would brush and braid her hair each morning.
Okay, Tina just gave me a fact. Juan Perón stuffed Ava Perón's body, embalmed her, and with his third wife, so Ava Perón's Evita, they would brush her hair and braid her hair on a dead corpse, her embalmed body, and they'd have dinner with her every night. Right? If Heather and Jeff and their future children don't do that, I will absolutely come back and haunt them. That's what I want. I like to be there in the mix, with a glass of red wine. Just even if I'm frozen, even if I'm completely frozen, have my cup of black coffee in the morning. I like a nice iced tea around 1 o'clock and about 16 glasses of red wine starting at 4:30. That's all I drink. Black coffee, iced tea, red wine. You know? Could also be why I have a hacking cough, but I don't know what water is. Hold on. Heather got me this Stanley, and apparently I got to drink out of it. Hold on. One sip, that's all I need. That's all the water I'm going to consume for the next, I'd say, 4 to 6 months. So that's all I need. But this woman, okay, I know she's your dog sitter, but she sounds fucking cuckoo. I don't know if I'd continue to let her do this. I really don't know if I would let her watch your animals. I mean, she's clearly dedicated, but what happens if you come home one day and your little Muffins is dead? You might want to go over to this woman's house and check the freezer. She might have some local pets that are, get nice and icy in the deep freezer. I don't know. Something gives me a weird feeling about it. I mean, here's the thing, really. You got to let things go. Your loved ones are always with you. I kept, Heather's daddy, I kept daddy's his ties. I made a nice little necklace out of his cufflinks. I have my wedding ring. You keep things with you, but you got to let it go. You got to also just say, all right, I have the good memories, but we got to let it go. I mean, Kyle was honestly, he was so cute. My late husband was so cute, but he was a big boy. He was a chubby guy. I wouldn't want him stuffed hanging out in the living room because, oh my God, he'd take up half the couch. You know what I mean? It's like, how can we have people over for charcuterie if Kyle's just sitting there stinking up the living room? Oh God, no. I don't like it. Anyways, okay. Well, that was a weird frickin' voicemail. I don't know what's wrong with people. Let's get to the next one. Here we go.
Hi, Heather. I just left a quick message and I messed up, so I'm starting this again. Long-time listener, first-time caller, and saw you back in Portland, Maine years ago. Just wanted to say absolutely yes to your mother having an affair for almost a year with a contractor who has redone every room in her home, all bathrooms and bedrooms and kitchen, while your dad is in memory care down the road. I thought my mom was just dating around, but turns out she has been banging her 61-year-old contractor. He's 61, she's 83. They have been banging for now almost a year, and then just this week, hear from my mom that he has now moved in. So not only are they able to continue their love affair, he has now left his girlfriend that he was living with, and has moved in with my mom. But they get to continue using what I found out, all of their sex toys, including butt ones, and just running around the house naked that I've heard from her friends. So absolutely yes, I guess, for my 83-year-old mom, but absolutely no to finding out that now he moved in after less than a year of dating, and your dad lives down the road at a retirement home. All right, love you. I mean it. Tiramisu bitch.
Okay, first and foremost, honey, I'm so sorry about your father. Memory care, it's hard. Heather says I'm losing my mind every other day, but I take the ginkgo bilobas, I take a soursop bitter that I bought off TikTok, and I take a lot of Arnica gel. Arnica gel is good for bruising, swelling, because my blood pressure medicine's not acclimated. I bruise. It looks like, Heather and Jeff have just been beating me, throwing me down a flight of stairs, but it's simply because my blood's thin, thick. I don't freaking know the science. But either way, I'm so sorry about your father. Now, on to your mother, though. Good for her. You know what I mean? I know she's already devastated because your father's unfortunately not in the present. He may be living, he's jumped the matrix, as Heather would say. But, we got to live too. And your mother's 83 with a 61-year-old. Good for frickin' her. Now, if Heather was doing this podcast, she would say immediately make sure the finances are locked up, make sure that this guy, actually has a reputable business. Just do a little background check, make sure he's not coming in, and then all of a sudden your mother's going to sign all of her will and testament and everything over to this guy. And not only has he moved into the house that he's already redone for himself, but that he's going to own the home, your whole family gets kicked out, and then you have no will. All right? That's what Heather would say. What I would say as Robin McMahan is, turned down for what? Good for her. And as older women, everyone thinks that we lose our libido around, 50. Okay, it's a lie. This is when women lose the libidos. They lose the libidos about 15 years into marriage after you've had 2 kids and you're looking at your husband going, you got me in this mess. Kids are screaming. There's Cheerios everywhere. There's a squished yam on the wall. You know what I mean? There's shit all over the house. I thought Architectural Digest was going to come through, but no. Instead, hunks who hauled junk knocked on my door to get a tour because that's how bad my house looked when Heather and Ashley were children. But either way, good for your mother, because as a woman, you go through these stages of your libido. When your kids are young, get off me. Then, when the kids get older and they're self-sufficient, women get hornier in the 40s and late 40s, 50s. Then you hit menopause and you don't know what's happening. Your tits are literally on fire for about, I'd say, a good 9 to 12 months. Then you get on the right hormone replacement therapy, do the peptides, they shove them up your butt, you're good to go, and then you're back to riding the donkey. So I say good for your mother. But I recently got catfished online by a man I thought was an architect in Brooklyn. Turns out it was an AI robot, and he was grilling fake chicken in his photo. I didn't even know that he didn't have a live grill. I thought he looked sensible. It looked like he was standing in some fall foliage, which Heather also pointed out. This was the dead of summer. Why would this man be standing in front of a nice orange tree? And then it looked like he was grilling some chicken over a live grill. And Heather said, "Mom, did you zoom into the photo?" And I said, "No, I only got one eye done." So I zoom into the photo. It's literally fake flames on a fake grill with a fake piece of chicken. And then the guy's face apparently had been photoshopped, so I got bamboozled. So now I'm on the defense, all right? I get it. I was also talking to this guy in the mountains the other day, and he said he was in private security. So I said, okay, you live up in the woods, up in the North Georgia mountains. It could be beautiful, whatever. So I said, all right, let's go on a date. I'll come up to the North Georgia mountains, or you come to me, whatever. And he said, if you come up to me, you can stay on the farm. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy's got a nice farm. This will be great. Turns out he was just the farm handler. He said they have a back house we can stay in. I said, what do you mean they have a back house? You don't have a back house? You got a guest house that I could come stay in? I'm not getting in your bed the first time I meet you. And then turns out this guy was private security for a farm for a rich family. So he basically sat in his truck all day outside the farm to make sure the chickens didn't get loose. I said, for God's sakes, false advertisement, I could sue. So I almost got caught. I almost got taken in the North Georgia mountains the other day. And Heather was going to the North Carolina mountains. And she overheard me talking to my girlfriend, Nicole, about it. And, Nicole's technically deaf. And so I was screaming. Nicole's got a hearing aid. I was screaming at Nicole. And Nicole's fantastic. I love Nicole. She's freaking fantastic. And so, but I was speaking a little bit louder. And Nicole was giggling on the phone. We were laughing about it, but I always have it on speaker because I can't hear great either. So we're both kind of talking loud towards each other. So that's how I heard the whole conversation. She came down and she was screaming at me, and I was like, "Oh, you being such a bitch." She's like, "Mom, they're gonna take everything. I work too hard. I can't protect you. I feel like I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown. What am I gonna do when I have kids? And I really can't keep an eye on you." I said, "Oh my God, the drama." So, anyways, that was my afternoon. But yeah, this is. I mean, listen, honey, I don't know what to tell you. Your mom deserves to have fun too. She's been her entire life taking care of your father, whether he, was well or not. And I'm sure it breaks her heart that he's down the street. Of course she wants to be with a partner. But also, things change. Life's hard. And as women, we're going to go through many renaissances. I mean, Beyonce's last tour was called Renaissance. She was going through a renaissance. So you have to be patient with your mothers. We're all trying to figure it out. And remember, we're humans too. We did the best we could. We did the best we could with very little antibiotics and information. The lack of antibiotics that I had growing up was alarming. You're lucky I didn't have polio. Sometimes I feel like I do. Anyways, that's wild. I don't know what to tell you. That's awful. My apologies. But good for her. Good for her. Everyone's cuckoo. What are you going to do? Although I do hope she got a discount on nice tile. Maybe she did the Carrera marble in the guest bathroom. I will say, too, why don't you see if you can get a list of the receipts? Just, do a skimming, a light skimming. of all the price tags and all the labor costs, just look and see what this guy's charged your mom. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if he's refinishing her bathroom, he better be refinishing her insides, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? Bam. Oh, Heather thinks she's the only one who could do comedy. Get out of here. Here we go. Next voicemail.
Heather, it's Jessica from Illinois. I guess it's an absolutely not. Why don't you or your sister have Southern accents? I don't understand. Like, you were born and raised in Georgia, right? Am I just dumb? Do I just assume, like, when you're born down there, you just get the accent? Because I love when you talk in your Southern accent. It's one of my favorites. So, but
Okay, wrap it
still
up,
love
sweetie.
you,
I mean, that was the most
clearly.
long-winded voicemail
I
I've
just
ever
wanna
heard.
know,
Why
how
don't
come
they
you
have
and
Southern
Ashley
accents?
don't
Because of
have
me.
accents? And
Hello?
everyone else
Robin
does.
Ann Walsh. I mean,
Okay,
McMahon.
congratulations
Robin
on your
Ann McMahon.
special. I'm driving home
My
right
name
now
is
to go watch
Ram.
it. Love
Big
you.
Ram.
Bye.
The Ram don't stop. That's why they don't have Southern accents. Because I'm from Boston. Packing the can, Harvard Yard. Vodka. Spar. Seltzer. My husband he had a Southern accent. He would say words like wrestling. He was Southern. But I don't know. My kids don't have Southern accents, even though I am such a Georgia peach. People don't realize it. I've lived in the South for over 40 years now. And, I can pack the can, Harvard Yard, but I can also back that ass up. And that's how I feel very strongly about that. Very strongly. Not everybody has a Southern accent. And I don't know where you're from, but that took you 45 minutes to get a question out. How many times does Heather have to tell you guys, when you're calling in, turn the air conditioning off, roll up the windows, maybe just be in a packed car by Harvard Yard? The fact that you guys always call and you're screaming, you got the air conditioning going, I can barely hear you. You think I have a bad cough. You're going to have a bad cough if you sit in that air conditioning all day. It's freezing in here. Heather's office right now is freezing. You want to hear something my son-in-law did? He locked me out of the Nest. Do you know what the Nest is? It's the central air conditioning doohickey, the thingamajig, the control center, if you will. Locked me out. Locked me out of the control. So Heather and Jeff are gallivanting, I don't know, in New York, doing something, like two idiots, like two cuckoo idiots. And I'm in the house freezing. I mean, I looked over at Rigatoni the other day. His teeth were chattering. Freezing. The dogs call me Mia. That's my name. The dogs call me Mia. So they're like, Mia, can you make it warm in here? And I said, go find your Mimi. Go find Mimi, who is my ex-mother-in-law, rest in peace, but she was a bitch. Go find her fur coats. Bring them down from the attic. So I had a little macaroni with a little paws going up to the attic to get the fur coats because we were freezing. I mean, it was 80 degrees in Atlanta. I could have gone outside, sat in the sun for 10 minutes, warmed up. But my son-in-law keeps our house at 72 degrees. What does he want me to do? Die of hypothermia? Because that's what's going to happen. I told him the other day, I said, hey, I'm going on this cruise with you guys in April, Heather's cruise. But, you better not be tricking me and this thing's going to frickin' Alaska because I'll be freezing. I can't do it. I got varicose veins. I can't go to Alaska. I'm not doing it. I don't know why I'm getting a little New York right now. Let me get back to Boston, packing the kind of Harvard Yard. Boston Robin. Oh, I got a little itch on the back of this tiger head. Hold on. I love being a little kitty cat, Oh, I miss Delta. But why do my kids not have Southern accents? I don't know. I don't know. That's me doing a Southern accent. I don't know. Heather says I can't do a Southern accent. I don't know. I don't know. Meow. We're just, okay, hold on. Let me get back to it. Packing the cat. I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call your mother and ask her why you haven't figured out how to leave a decent voicemail. I know Heather went on a tangent the other day about voicemails. And she was saying how, a younger generation doesn't know how to leave a voicemail. She redid my voicemail the other day. Hold on. Actually, let's call her. Hold on. Let's call it. This could be funny. Give me a sec. Hold on. She redid my voicemail. I'm going to call you. Hold on. Don't answer. I need your voicemail. Okay. Okay, hold on. I got to play her new voicemail. It's so freaking funny. But I gotta call her. Hold on. I mean, my voicemail, but she's got to call me. I don't know how to do this. Anyways, hold on one second. Let's see. She probably won't answer. Let's just try calling. No, I need you to not answer. Stop. I'm okay, there you go. All right, hold on. I'm calling her back. You got to hear the voicemail. Hold on. What is this episode?
Hey, it's Robin's phone. She obviously can't get to it right now because it's probably on silent somewhere in a couch, but she'll call you back when she can.
Love you. I mean, is my daughter an idiot or what? So the freaking doctor calls me the other day because I got to go do, I have to, when you get my age, every, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years, you got to get your heart checked. So the heart doctor calls me. I'm sweating. Now I'm sweating. I was freezing. Now I'm sweating. So the heart doctor calls me the other day and they're like, whose phone is this? Robin, hello, your phone's on the couch. I mean, Heather's a hoot. Can you believe my daughter's a comedian? She's a hoot. So anyways, because she yelled at me because my voicemail before this, the windows were down, the air was blasting. I'm like, it's Robin. I can't make it to the phone. She said, Robin, this is the most unprofessional thing. So she, she's cuckoo. She always does new voicemails once a week for my voicemail. So like in 2 days, she'll probably be like, help, I'm stuck in a Home Goods. I'm by the pots and pans. They're heavy. I'm stuck underneath them. Help, I'm stuck underneath the Christmas decor outside of a Target. She's ridiculous. The other day I told her, I said, whatever you do, don't tell people I got lost in a corn maze because that'd be embarrassing. But we'll see when she gets to that. Okay, let's get to the next one.
Hey, Heather. It's your girl Alden from Nashville.
Oh.
I have an absolutely yes for you. I don't know if you've seen on Netflix, but Tyler Henry, who's a medium, he has been having like celebrities on his show and done like live readings for these celebrities and like a group of people that they bring. And you were literally the only person I could think about that would be perfect for his show. I'm envisioning like you, Jeff, your mom, Ashley, maybe Tina. It would be so great. I can just literally see him sitting there scribbling on his notepad and saying, that he sees like Waffle House or he sees bumblebees. I would just love for you to be on his show and connect with like your dad or like your mom, have someone come through. It would be so much fun. I think y'all would absolutely love one another. But that would be awesome to see it. Love you, girl. Bye.
Okay. Well, I think the sentiment is there. It's very sweet. Let me tell you right now. You know what I don't want to do is talk to all my dead relatives. Okay. My family was freaking cuckoo. Would I love to communicate with Kyle? For sure. But I'll tell you, when I see him one day, I always tell Heather, when I see him one day, I'm going to punch him in the face. Punch him where the sun don't shine and say, you're an asshole for leaving me. I told you to quit drinking Diet Cokes. I told you to give up the sausage. This man ate enough freaking Jimmy Dean sausage. I'm surprised he didn't have a heart attack. And he used to yell at me. He used to say, well, Robin, if you kept food in the house, because apparently we're an ingredients household, we're not a food household, I wouldn't have to go elsewhere to seek sustenance. So it's my fault, of course, that he died. But here's the thing, Tyler Henry, I don't want everyone to get mad, but I just think, what am I going to do? Talk to my dead husband, my dead father, who was a jerk? Who am I going to talk to? My mother, she's fine. My mother had really good tits. Hold on. I can't do this with the jacket. It's a whole mess. So either way, I don't know who I want to talk to. I don't want Tyler Henry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it can get very messy very quickly. Next thing you know, you got somebody coming up from your past. That, a weird uncle you don't want to talk to. Like, once they're gone, they're gone. You got to let them go. Now, my husband, I would love to chit-chat with. I would like to chit-chat with him. But again, I'll tell him, hey, wise guy, why'd you have to die on me? I don't know. I don't know why the Halloween episode has to be so much about how we're going to stuff my dead body, how the cat died. You know what I mean? My blood pressure medicine, going to see Tyler Henry. Listen, do I think that him and the Long Island Medium are up to something? I do. Do I think that how easy is it for them to have some sort of Gen Z assistant Google facts about these celebrities? You're telling me if my daughter, Heather McMahan, sat on the couch, Tyler Henry wouldn't know who she is? I just don't believe that. I don't believe that Tyler Henry wouldn't know who my daughter is. You know, the people always sit down and he's like, oh, I've never met you before. That's bullshit. You've never seen my daughter's 2 comedy specials, one on Netflix, one on Hulu? You're telling me that you've never seen my daughter's, funny videos or impressions of me online? You're telling me you never seen her on a garden? You never seen her do Pitbull? I would sit there and probably spend the entire hour arguing, I know you know who we are. I'm a star. She's a star. The whole family is stars. Her friends are stars. And you're going to tell me that you're going to sit down and act like you don't know who I am? Okay. That's, he's always like, oh, I've never seen you before. Oh, you he'll be talking to John Bon Jovi. Oh, I feel like, you do instruments. Do you sing? Do you sing? It's like, yeah, no shit, Tyler Henry. You know exactly who this is. Listen, I may get catfished on Bumble every other day. I may end up, on some sort of, watch list because I don't know how to peruse the internet, and I've probably been on the dark web trying to look for cheap items from Temu. I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, if I go on the Tyler Henry show and he's like, oh, ma'am, what's your name? And I'm like, it's Robin. And you and I both know it's Robin. And he's like, do you like, I see a paintbrush. I see an easel. Do you like the paint? I'll be like, gotcha. You went onto my website, theredcontemporary.com, and you already knew. So don't play the game like you don't know. You and I both know you're cuckoo. You're talking to dead people, and it's all a ruse. Speaking of which, I'm very excited. If you want to buy any new holiday items for your friends, go to theredcontemporary.com. We're doing a little refresh this week on the website, and I will be selling all of my Christmas gifts. And listen, I may die, and Heather may stuff me like Ava Perón. But what you need to do in the meantime is buy the gift that will be worth millions and trillions of dollars when I die, and that is going to be my Red Contemporary art. It's mixed media, abstract art. I like modern. I like acrylics. You're going to love it. Go to theredcontemporary.com, and you can buy a Christmas gift for everybody. Hold on, my doctor's calling me. I love you. I got to get off this episode. Y'all have been the best. I love you. I mean it. What does Heather say? Ciao, Bella, arrivederci. Got to go. Bye.